I put a lot of effort into these videos. I mean, some people might not realize it. This content doesn't come out of nowhere. It doesn't just come out of the blue. You gotta work hard at it. You gotta put in grit. You gotta graft. I mean, I might even start crying on camera if that's what's required to get viewers. See metrics go up. I'll bawl my eyes out like a baby. I don't give a fuck. I'll do what has to be done. That's like hustle culture. I might even do dirty stuff. Like set up a live stream but just feed a looped video into it. If that's what I gotta do to get ahead of the game, it's just grit. I mean, a big part of fulfillment is like effort, right? You gotta work hard at something in order for the result to have proper meaning. Yeah, big pastime, human pastime. I mean, it's been like that for millennia. I mean, think about Paleolithic hunter-gatherer tribes and individuals. They'd have to like hunt an animal through a valley, kill it with a stone that they sharpen themselves, take it back, cook it, eat it, store the fat to help get through winter. And that's intrinsically linked to survival, that kind of effort. And I'm just like a 21st century version of that, I mean, yeah, I put in a lot of effort. I had to go to the store earlier. I bought these like traditional Korean hot dogs. I mean, I don't even eat hot dogs for dinner normally, right? It's just part of selling like a realism. I mean, maybe it's too real. I don't give a fuck. I mean, drinking this Chimay Belgian beer. I would have preferred to have gotten like an everyday beer, everyday man beer, but I mean that's what they had. But I don't give a fuck. I put all sorts of effort in. I had to do research before doing this video. Alright. I had to go to one of those LLMs and I asked it, what was the name for the period before the agricultural revolution, before the Neolithic period? And it said, sir or ma'am, the word you're looking for is Paleolithic. And I put in effort outside of like videos too. Gotta like wash my clothes, and I went to the bank the other day. I talked about that in another video. I didn't want to do that shit, but sometimes you just gotta do it. The hunter-gatherer, they get to survive and I get engagement. But, I mean, effort is only part of the process of fulfillment. It doesn't really mean a lot if you're not the one making the decisions. That's autonomy. You got to demonstrate autonomy in the effort process. Hunter-gatherers, they get to decide where they're going to camp, which group they may want to belong to, what to eat, what to hunt, where to go, whether or not they should just piss off and go somewhere else. And I get to make important decisions myself. Like when I started this channel, I was thinking, where am I going to upload these videos? There's YouTube, it's like Rumble, Twitters, TikToks. And it's not just for the videos too, I can meet people, try to keep a social life, got like Tinders and Bumbles and Instagrams, Meef, this thing called Meef. I think it's like a Korean app. Actually, I was blocked from that because I said I was sad in the profile, but that's besides the point. I mean, there are other Korean apps too. Ones where like if you match with someone, you gotta buy ribbons first in order to talk to them. It's kind of like a surcharge. It's like the surcharge you used to get when you go to the China bar on Russell Street in Melbourne after midnight. 10% surcharge. But with these Korean apps, it's just like all night and day surcharge. If I want to eat, I got Coupang Eats. I got Yogiyo, Bearman. I mean, it's just, part of being fulfilled. You got to demonstrate autonomy. You have to believe that you're the one making the decisions. Even if you think it's just part of the grand scheme of cause and effect, right? You got to at least delude yourself into that. I mean, back when I was in Australia, I used to go to the China bar after midnight just to pay the surcharge. Just because it felt like I had control. I didn't give a fuck. I mean, there's another part of the fulfillment process too. And that's mastery. I mean, if you keep putting effort into something and you don't get better at it, then you might start to feel a little down. It makes sense that you get better at something through repetitive actions. Back to the hunter-gatherers that get better at like building tools, working with tools. Better at hunting, like tracking. Might even be able to read the weather. How to gut the animal. Maybe they even get respect from their fellow tribesmen. Becoming an expert. And yeah, I mean this. I'm not immune to this this process. I get this shit too. I like to think I'm getting better at thumbnail psychology. When I started these videos, I used to make like dramatic, showy thumbnails because I thought they'd make them distinct and stuff. But I did like A/B testing on the YouTubes, and it said actually just like the bare bones, just a still of you sitting there looking like a miserable bastard. That actually works better. So I might just do that in the future. But that's learning, right? That's mastery. That's mastering my craft. I mean, I get better in other fields too, Like the online dating. I like to think I could recognize a scam. I used to be pretty bad in terms of like the getting matches and shit, but these days, we've got LLMs and shit these days, and they have like image capabilities. Me being a guy, I don't really go around taking pictures of myself. I mean, not doing interesting things. Which was always a bummer. I always felt let down by my lack of images. So I went to an LLM and I'm just gave it like it's a picture of me just here sitting there on the couch, and I said, "Excuse me, sir or ma'am, can you use this space image and put this person into like interesting situations, put him into like natural environments, make him look social and shit." And it spat out like there's a picture of me and I'm like eating ramen outside the bustling street, sunny sky, not a cloudy sky. There's another image where I'm like reading massive books, massive dumps of books, looking all knowledgeable and shit. Even one of me in a laundromat. I mean, it's like, yeah, it looks authentic, right? That's what people want, authenticness. And because it's just me, it's based on a picture of me, past validation and shit, so it works. And like, hey, I got got 7 likes in like 3 weeks. That's up from like, usually it's like 7 likes in a year. That's graft. That's effort. That's it's resulted in stuff happening. You got to put in the effort to become a master. Leveling up, skilling up, and of course, maybe one of the most important parts of the whole process is building connections. It's kind of useless. You do all this shit and you're still alone by yourself. You might look at this situation and think, well, you don't really look like you've accomplished much, right? 40 years old, living in a one room in Korea. You look a little lonely. But I just told you, like, 7 likes. 7 likes in a few weeks. And the YouTubes, I get to talk with people over the YouTubes, exchange comments and stuff. I always thought the internet was a scary place full of weirdos and shit, but I don't think I've encountered any trolls yet. People seem quite nice. The comments, they come in from the void. I'll read them, type some stuff back. Some people, they might use like a ChatGPT agent to deal with that, but I got to put in the effort, right? It's meaningless without the effort. Similarly, back to the hunter-gatherers. They kill the animal, get to share it with their tribe and shit. Get respect from everyone. They all know each other's names. Human connection. Relationships. Important in feeling fulfilled in one's life. Satisfaction. All beginning with effort. And that's why I would cry on camera. If I had to. I might even cry at the end of this video. If that's what you gotta do. If that's what it takes. Put our asses in the seats. I don't give a fuck. If you found this video inspiring, like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments. Do you put in effort? Do you have autonomy? Are you a master? And do you have connections? And if you say yes to all 4, then I'm happy for you. Thanks for listening.